we saw in that first game is something that they need to really make sure that doesn't happen again. And the lane's just kind of falling apart so early. That 7-minute rune fight happening where things just get escalated so heavily, right? They felt so lost in that first game, and you gotta be able to keep it together in this laning stage. And they do have somebody who's pretty solid at that. Like the Sand King's gonna be all right, but it can be concerning, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they do have heroes that aren't how to put it, like your theory about how you should play this game is absolutely different from game 1 on Talon, and because of that I think that we might see a different side of the coin. Like your Ench and Leshrac are literally all in. They're just going in for the kills, they're going in for the moves, they're making aggressive plays themselves. Meanwhile, in the last game you had some Ponyo Omni Knight that was constantly just, you know, just chilling back, trying to TP and be defensive. Way more aggression from the supports and way more of an active playstyle from them.
Yeah. Expanded armature. Some cogs going the way of the Leshrac, but it will be 2 and 2 for the bounty runes. All easy going. And we'll see how these lanes go. I am a little bit worried for this sniper. When you've got a clockwork in the game.
You
get on top of you.
Yeah, but this new sniper, well, fairly, not really that new anymore, but you do get the concussive grenade, right? And you also get Pike very early on, so for me it's not necessarily, I'm not that worried about the sniper himself as much as I'm worried about the fact that they again don't really have a playmaker besides their offlane. It's just on VS, like it's just on him to actually make the plays in the game.
So we'll see how this goes. Kataomi gonna lose his courier pretty early on, and we'll see how effective his lane feels. He was very obnoxious in game number 1. Kodo up pretty far to just eat a Dragon Tail like that, and no one just going into the Breathe Fire as well as the Dragon Tail for now. While top lane, we're taking a look, and Kataomi's got that laser. Not as spammable at the moment. Pretty significant cooldown. 19 seconds level 1.
Yeah. Very interesting that Ponyo... Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Ponyo actually went for attendance level 1. I think the reasoning here with Enchantress and Morphling is Morph can go shift down and then you can heal him. Also, it allows you to trade a little bit better with Kataomi, who's healing himself with March of the Machines. But this is basically telling you that they have the same literal idea as they had with Omni Knight. I expected maybe a bit more aggression from the Ench, but I feel like this is basically let's just survive lane. You know, Enchantress is gonna heal me, I'm gonna farm as Morphling, and that's it. So that means that Kunkka is also gonna farm a lot.
Yeah.
Again, and Kataomi too.
And a couple of torrents have hit Akashi there, and you could see that DM, he's trying to like hide himself in the trees, not give away that he's throwing out that torrent. We saw he was able to do some decent damage onto the Morphling. Obviously, if you don't kill him, it may not be worth it once he shifts and gets healed. But waveform forward from Akashi. That was interesting. I thought for a second he might be in some trouble going aggressive like that.
I love the way Morphling always baits people. Like, always baits people, you know? Like, you see a Morphling...
When you see the health bar at 1.
Yeah, yeah. You just know that, especially poor observers, man. Poor are the people that have to observe a Morphling game. It's constantly having to switch to him.
But we love you,
yeah,
observers.
But when it comes to this bot lane, we haven't observed it. Me and you, at least, too much. I think this is a lane where it's not that simple for Jokam to go in with Edict. Just because you have to be worried, you know, like you get cogged. Morphling is just baiting you, bros. It's fine. Because of this, like if he cogs you, like then Drow can dish out a ton of damage from distance.
Rose Strike hits 2, Fishman low, he's going down for first blood.
Nicely done. So that situation usually is good for Clock, but not when there's so many creeps. Like he aggroed the full wave, so Battery Assault just does no damage. Like it just connects on everyone else around, and Drow also isn't able to hit the Lash because of the stuns from the Sand King.
Drow just casually farming, 21 and 5 though for the moment. Expanded armature, Fishman might be looking to just try and lock somebody in the cogs again when given the opportunity to do so, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Gets on to WS, throws the cog his way, but not much more than that, honestly.
Why do people hate hookups, by the way? I mean, the hookup facet on Clockwork. It got buffed recently.
I don't know. I'm not too much of a Clockwork player right now.
Yeah, I love playing my Clock, and like the I don't know how many games I have recently. I do have a lot, and this guy, like with the hookup, actually, it's got a funny name. Haha, it's not about the pun. It's like the cooldown is very low.
TP, no one trying to survive this. The shrapnels are down. Katomi is here. Blood grenade, but the damage is too much. The March of the Machines are on the ground, and it's a free kill on Katomi.
Bro,
as
this
Mikoto
is
gets a double kill.
Literally the reverse of game 1, right? Like Mikoto goes mid, gets the double kill. Last game it was him and Ponyo dying, and actually no one getting the double kill. We might get a full reverse here. Bot lane, Fishman.
You said this Edict could be dangerous early, and with the body blocks, we are going to see a death on a Fishman. Maybe they could get the return here, as Watson going to move forward, just needs to find another right click, but ring around the Rosie. Their pockets full of posies, however, not full of enough life to survive
he's just got
that.
phases. He's going to be able to
he'll be able to walk away from that, just barely having phases.
Yeah, Courier delivering it on time. Watson, though.
Uh-oh, he's not afraid to get aggressive. Unfortunately, the multi-shot off the mark. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate for him. I'm sure you're very happy if you're the Sand King. Fishman, though, did ward behind the tower. They still want him. They still want this kill. He's too tanky now.
A bit far. Yeah, and he salved up. Kashi shifting and surviving. But A-OK there while no one is not. So that is another kill onto this DK and starting to put some punishment onto the tower. Battery Assault on WS, but that isn't really doing enough just yet. And I think he knows that this is Leshrac coming over. It will have Edict if they can get on top of him, but now the multi-shot this time around does decent damage. However, Fishman's still on the run with the Blood Grenade, trying to get this Wisdom Rune.
Yeah, he's got it. It's still pretty solid for them, and they get Ponyo.
Oh, Battery Assault again.
Ooh.
I thought maybe there was a way that he gets that kill.
Yeah, that was a cheeky attempt. Like, hiding behind the trees with Battery Assault, it's a lot of damage. But yeah, it wasn't gonna happen this time around. Yeah, much better earlier game from Talon. This is what they needed.
1,000 net worth ahead of the DK. It's a good start.
Yep.
Really good start.
Drow, there, rotating behind.
They've got the damage. Do they have the kill? Yes, they do.
That's double, I think, maybe.
Yeah, Fishman on the run. The Edict, the Cog's actually keeping him alive by keeping them under the tower. But he is very low and now needs to hide and navigate the trees to try and just escape potential jump down the tower.
Yeah, it's such a huge difference between what no one was doing in last game and what he's forced to do here. Because he died 2 times already. He's kind of forced to just sit in mid lane and find his farm. Meanwhile, he's losing the bot tier 1 tower. He's not unable even to TP when they're diving his carry. And Watson isn't able to farm because this Leshrac is almost out leveling him and he's just bullying him away from creeps.
Oh. Almost got a courier. Yeah, he's got level 3 in the double geek, so he's taking these camps pretty quickly. He's farming where Watson wanted to back up to. They lose the tier 1 tower over bottom.
Fishman.
Things look good for the side of Talon. They're up 3,000 net worth as the chase is on for Fishman. They'll have a burrow strike. If they can catch up to him, they're going to try and pinch him in this corner.
Yeah, he's gone.
It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, the laning stage is completely different. This is something that I saw from their game against, I think, Tundra as well. Like, they lost the first match and then they put up a much better performance in game number 2.
This is all coming with the fact that Morphling is just free farming again. But this time the rest of the game is going better for the side of Talon. Hopefully we don't see Akashi dive into a fight too far and end up kind of giving that away, right?
Yeah.
Three heroes over mid.
They have the boat. They don't have hookshot available yet, but if they can catch him with X mark, maybe they can kill him. But this is... it's dangerous. They're all coming.
It's not easy. They'll start with the X. The immediate TP over. This is going to be from the Morphling. Go to the ghost ship. They'll try to get the kill on Makoto. He ends up dead. Morphling not going to commit to the TP. 5 heroes from Cloud9 here.
Yeah, I think they realized that the laning stage didn't go as well as it needed to, so they're bringing in the numbers. You could also see where Ench and Lesh were. Like, they were literally in the Radiant jungle waiting for the lane to push so they can dive. They also had a good ward behind the tier 1 tower planted by Ponyo. But a quicker move from Cloud9. That was strategically outplayed.
Oh boy. Watson under the tier 1 mid. Oh, the last right click from Ponyo to get the kill.
Lash.
Oh dear.
They get him?
Jokam. Lesh. TPing and breathe fire right on top to get that kill. Never in doubt. They have this ward that has been giving them a lot of information behind the tier 1 tower.
Yeah, a lot of deep wards. The one in the Radiant jungle now gets devoured by Fishman. The other one will disappear in a minute. Meanwhile, the Radiant wards are also pretty damn solid. Like, they have one on the cliff. They have one in the behind the enemy tier 1. Also going to disappear soon. So the game didn't slow down per se, but both teams are waiting for some items, and one of the crucial items for Talon is the blink on Sand King. He's not going Bloodstone or anything, he just wants to fight right now. And I think this is kind of doubling down on how good your early game is. I'm fine with this. He gets a blink instantly, he's level 9. They can start to make...
from DM, right?
Yeah, very different, but the game is very different as well. The state of the game is very different, so he can start initiating for Sniper and Lesh.
Are you surprised the Lesh is also going for Blink Dagger?
Not that much, considering you're playing into a Drow. You can jump her.
Smoked up. Searching, not finding anything.
That's kind of one problem with the blink, right? Like, if you buy it on a hero such as Sand King and you don't get any big moves, big plays, you'd rather have a Bloodstone or whatever to farm with, right? But it's also fine. It's not really the biggest deal, just not optimal.
Not optimal just yet, but you are still farming. Like, Sand King still farms at a pretty hefty pace. Yep. Holy Locket, as we see, is there for the Tinker. It was Mech the first time around with the Arcane Boots, but he goes Holy Locket earlier. He's trying to get up in that farm, and he is close to Watson. He's still farming at a decent rate, despite the fact that Talon has been the ones who have been controlling the game so far, but they aren't playing the way Cloud9 played it in the last game when they had a lead like this, and playing aggressive and forcing the map to get smaller.
Yeah, because if you remember, they had a playmaker for mid lane.
Makoto in trouble. Hook shot lands, and they are trying to TP over to him, but the ghost ship flies through. They'll get the kill on Makoto, and now the epicenter blink burrows strike onto the clockwork. Fishman, though, tanky, not tanky enough against 3 heroes.
Yeah, this isn't really the trade that you wished for. Like, you're losing your sniper again. Basically, why this is happening is because you have Morphling and Sniper as your position 1 and 2. Both of them very greedy at this point, and it's only the Sand King that can really make plays on the map. Also, I think when you TP in like that, maybe just instantly blink stunning on Sand King, then moving out and epicentering after. Could have done more, because it buys time for Lash to connect. But it's very scary to do that, so... Because they might kill you as well while you wait for Lash, and then it's a disaster. This way, at least, they get a counter kill.
So, just an update to some of the other happenings within the group. IG took game number 2, and they are going to keep being tied with Tundra. And G2 and... G2 IG and Tundra, 2 games wasn't enough. They're going to play 3 more in a BO3 tiebreaker. And basically have themselves a little bit of a 5-game series.
They get their own little finals for TI. Straight up.
Yeah, they get their own little finals. That means Cloud9 is secure in their first slot after getting that win in the first game. And Talon is going to be confirmed in 4th place.
So the only tiebreakers were get Fishman almost out, but didn't manage to.
Tried.
Yeah. A nice attempt, you know, you always try that hookshot into TP. It's a low cooldown spell, like you can't get away sometimes, but not this time around.
So Clockwork dying there, and the net worth lead, it was 3,000. It's starting to come back and back towards Cloud9, and I wonder if I know that Cloud9's happy with the pace of the game at the moment, but I'm a little worried that Talon are going to kind of lose their grasp a bit.
Well, do you think that they're not satisfied with how their late game looks on Talon? Like between the Morph and the Sniper? I feel like they shouldn't be that sad about their late game prospects, even if they like lose the full-on we are winning this game kind of a mood. I still think that their late game is solid. Sure, Drow is maybe considered the hero to pick against Morphling, but
right,
there's Morphling and Sniper into Drow and DK. I know that DK is also strong in late game, like really damn strong, but I still feel that Talon's late game is maybe slightly better. You have Enchantress to turn into a core as well.
Oh, good silence. Stops the Sand King from getting on top of this Drow, but hookshot missed, and that'll just even out, and they'll all walk away.
And they smoke up instead. With this blink on Dragonite and Mage Slayer too, like it's a little bit easier to play into both Sand King and Lash.
Have to see if they can find anybody though. Another Dragon Form, Blink Dragon Tail onto this Lashrak. Ponyo trying to help. Jokum though surviving. It was the help that was enough, and now no one getting turned on. They've got the multi-shot, the ghost ship flying through. Ponyo with Fishman in his face, surviving, and Fishman actually needs to start to run the waveform over. They get the kill on a Fishman, but they lose WS and Jokum for this, and now Ponyo in trouble as he'll be hit with the X, thrown up into the air with the Torrent, killed off via no one, and it is a 3-for-1.
You see this ward right under them, right there under the tier 2 tower? Like, look at the sentry. Once again, Talon are very unlucky with the sentries. They're just out of range. If this ward isn't there, the smoke is so much more difficult. Like, you don't see everyone, you don't see that flash. And it's much harder for DK to just bravely jump into fog, right, and stun someone. Right. Like, the vision game is just so in favor on C9. 2 games in a row now.
They've been playing the vision game pretty perfectly so far. And the net worth lead has gone all the way up to 3,000 net worth in favor of Cloud9. And it's with a 4 position that's going to farm very well, as we've seen Katomi do with this Tinker.
What do you think about the mod in Dota where you can't have wards? Like they just don't exist.
Just completely blind?
Yeah, you play. I mean, you have towers and you have vision around your heroes.
I wouldn't mind that. For a strike out of the DK, how tanky is he? Not looking tanky enough, but on the edge, on the defense matrix, it's still not going to be enough.
Watson?
Jocam gets the kill. Watson low. He has to walk away for a second, but he'll end up dying here. Makoto gets the kill. And now, is it all falling apart? They've got the battery assault on these heroes. They'll go for the blink, the epicenter. They'll get the kill on a Fishman. They'll turn this on a DM. This is a good fight for Talon. They got to keep it this way, though, as they will finish off DM eventually.
There's Tinker, maybe. No blink on Tinker, though. No way for him to get close enough. Instead, he's just farming the Ancients. Why not? My team is dead. Gotta farm some more. At least someone is farming. He is almost as farmed as Watson, and that fight just started off so damn well for Talon. Once again, wards extremely important. They see the Dragonite, they jump initiate on him. Lashrak did so damn much for position 4, like 2,000 damage, and most importantly, he's just there soaking up a lot of it while he is running them down.
He's soaking up a lot, and you have no DK to tank or be outputting any damage in that fight.
Yep. DK dying first, of course, is the main reason why they lose the fight in the first place. Nice little X mark as well by Akashi, getting the draw back in. Was it by him or was it... because it was by him, yeah, it was. I was thinking maybe that it was a mistake by DM, but no way. DM, by the way, Pipe heading for that Aghanims next. Gotta have some boats with cannons.
Do you like that Ags upgrade?
I don't know, it's so random. They just wanted to get rid of Water Park, I feel like, and they just had... This was probably... You know when you have a company meeting and you have like 3 good ideas, but you go for the best one? This was probably like 1 year ago, the 3rd idea. and you just add it. It's okay. I don't mind it.
Right. Tinker, more farm than the Drow. Watson has died a couple times. He just has not been able to find the opening that he wants in this game to really get the ball moving on him farming. But he does have Ags now. He's got Ags, he's got Dragonlance. Maybe that's a little bit more than enough, especially if they win a fight here and get themselves Roche.
It's weird, when I go on Dota buff on Kunka, on TI 2024, it says it's unpicked, but this guy has been picked quite a few times. Yeah, a bunch.
Wrapping around on the left side, that Rocket Flare lands. They're slowed up for a moment. The Blink Dragon Tail onto the Shrek. They've got the Shrapnel down coming out from Makoto, who's hitting away. Joachim low in the multi-shot scene. Hanyo also low. More than enough, especially if they win a fight here and get themselves Roche.
It's weird, when I go on Dota buff on Kunka, on TI 2024, it says it's unpicked, but this guy has been picked quite a few times. Yeah, a bunch.
Wrapping around on the left side, that Rocket Flare lands. They're slowed up for a moment. The Blink Dragon Tail onto the Shrek. They've got the Shrapnel down coming out from Makoto, who's hitting away. Joachim low in the multi-shot scene. Ponyo also low. They'll get the kill into Joachim. They'll take out Ponyo. The rest of this team is trying to get out of here, but the hook shot lands on a Makoto, who's up on this cliff. A sniper up high, but a sniper who is very exposed, and that is the exact opposite thing you want to be having happen to you when you were a sniper, especially in a ghillie suit.
Yeah, really cosplaying the sniper there, you know, you get on a cliff, you hide, you hit people from there. Unfortunately, they also had the wards, so they knew exactly where he is. And this game, once again, top lane.
This is Katomi in trouble.
Yeah.
Guardian Greaves, he'll die. He's the sacrifice. He was trying to... He's trying to be a little bit greedy, you know? They can take Roche themselves. I'll go farm.
Yeah, he doesn't have a blink, so it's not that hard for them to, you know, circle on top of him, kill him off. It wasn't easy as well. They needed to use the epicenter, but in the end, it's 2 supports and your mid laner for Tinker, and you still got like 500 gold just for Akashi off of that kill. So yeah, you lose Aegis, but it's something at least.
So now they've got the Aegis on Watson, which should give him more time to kind of farm, right? Yeah, get it going.
Well, yes, of course, but you can also already start making some moves again. He's got the D-lands and Aghanims. I feel like this should put you in a spot in which where you're comfortable, right? Like you're comfortable to take fights. Aghanims 300 gold away from Kunkka. I think you maybe wait for that and you just go.
Veil for WS. Okay, for those Shivas and Aether Lens for Katomi next. This massively farmed Tinker. Back-to-back games where he's just played Tinker and just shown us that supports can farm so fast.
At least if they're playing Tinker, they can. If you, yeah, when you have a free TP back base or anywhere on the map all the time, like, then you can farm on almost anything. Speaking of farm, the Sand King is finding some farm himself as well, like Blink Dagger with Bloodstone next to Shivas. This Shivas, of course, helps quite a lot versus all the heals, but I would like to see it on the opposite team as well. I'm not sure who can buy it though. It's maybe a Kunkka-ish item, but maybe super late game.
DM actually now with the pipe going for the shard with Yags, as he said. They've got that upgrade to the ghost ship. 2 ships now, firing 3 waves of cannonballs. Idea number 2.
Yeah.
I still love the thought of that. They're in the boardroom. Thinking of ideas for...
The guy with the good idea got thrown out of the window.
Yeah. Tinker just spot him. He's going Hex next. That'll be pretty big against this team, and they're going to try and maybe converge on his location, but unbeknownst to Akashi, I think he's the one who's in trouble. They're going to look over. They've got the Blink and the Dragon Tail. Fishman, he's right on him, has the battery assault. Here come the double ships with the cannonballs, and they will get this kill into Akashi. Down on the port side.
Yeah, the only way he lives if they isolate him is if he has BKB, which he doesn't. Another one, hook shot.
Yeah, hook shot. Landing out, body blocking with the battery assault, allowing DM to catch up and get that X into the torrent.
He's so tanky though.
Ponyo, very tanky. Warp flared, hit with the laser, questioning where he is at this moment in time. But hit with another laser with the March of the Machines down, another warp flare coming through, taking a long time to kill this Enchantress. Eventually, because now Watson has lost his Aegis. He's all down alone. Hey, the Enchantress did all the work needed. Watson's in so much trouble. Space certainly created, and they get 2 kills onto the Drow. All right. Okay. When it takes an hour and a half to kill Enchantress, you have a lot of space to do things like that.
X-Mark back, but he gets impaled actually.
Well, now they're going to try and eat away at DM. WS activates this Bloodstone. Another 2 ships coming in with those cannonballs off the starboard side.
Yeah, Morphling is back in, so he wants to fight, but they don't really have enough catch without Sand King going in, and he was too afraid. That's literally best impact you can have as Enchantress when you're building these items. She's got the Solar Crest, the Vanguard, of course, even the facets. She went for the Overprotective Wisps, so Nature's Attendants on top of Overprotective Wisps. It took them an hour, like you said, to kill her. Space.
It really is just the ultimate bait. Oh, I'm just an Enchantress mid lane. You gonna kill little old me? It's like, yeah, we're gonna try for an hour. Meanwhile, our Drow's dead twice.
Yeah, she's like, oh, I'm so out of position. Please don't kill me. I'm just an Enchantress.
I only have 2,300 health, a Solar Crest, a Vanguard, untouchable at level 2. Oh my god, dude. This hero's impossible to kill.
Yeah, I feel like the only hero that has enough attack speed in this game to comfortably kill her is the Drow, right? Like, if you're a Drow and you're hitting her, like, you prevent her from healing as well, so... Sand King?
Fine WS, hook shot, connecting. Cogs pushing, Burrow strike the opposite direction from the team, but eventually they will catch up and kill WS.
I feel like Cogs pushed him 2 ways, so Watson didn't connect the Gust. Because of that, he managed to even use the Burrow strike away, but they got a kill in the end, so... No fall done.
Was Shrag? He's fine.
Mid lane.
And mid. Enchantress now going for the Clockwork. This strategy doesn't work the same way when it's a Clockwork and not an Enchantress. But bottom lane, it looks like they might even want to force this fight. Waveform forward, Katomi. Battery Assault coming through, and now the Cogs from the Morphling. They've got the damage to kill off the Tinker. And it's a good amount of gold, considering Tinker is super farmed.
He's always giving 500. I feel like every time he dies, 500 gold is taken by one of these cores. Last time it was Akashi, I believe. This time it's Mikoto. Very nicely. Very nice for the two of them. Getting some more net worth.
Talon have had a slew of some good kills.
I'm still quite alright with them going late game. I feel like they have what it takes. Morphling with his Daedalus at the moment already hurts. Sniper slowly getting there, you know, he's got the Mjolnir, got the Pike. Is there anything else that he has? Nope, not yet. Just the Shard.
Can I just say, by the way, 2,500 health is crazy of Ponyo as they blink in the epicenter with the Burrow strike. Hook shot through. Cogs around 3. This could be a problem. Joe Kim and WS are dead with the ghost ships coming in. A good hook shot there from Fishman. Makoto's going to be looked at. Can they get the kill onto this sniper? They're going to wait for him forward, looking for Watson, but they've got themselves the silence for a moment. They'll take out Makoto. They'll look over at Akashi. He's going to try and fight this. Ponyo looking to do some damage, but he doesn't do any of that. And they'll kill off Akashi. 4 heroes down on the side of Talon, and now, for the next hour, take a look as Cloud9 will try to kill an Enchantress.
Yeah, when the Drow is hitting her Enchantress, it doesn't take an hour.
It's a lot easier. Yeah.
It's a little bit faster. It's one of those short flicks. But yeah, 5 heroes dead on Talon. What happened there is they went on Kunkka and they didn't manage to kill him before he used his skill set. Like, he managed basically to use everything he had. The Blade Mail, the Pipe, the ult.
That hook shot, though, was clutch. He catches 3. Oof.
Well, yeah, the extended armature, right? Like, it definitely coming into play there. I still don't think that Talon had a bad idea of how they should fight. Maybe a bit overzealous on going on Kunkka. If they could perhaps catch a Drow, it's definitely better, but they just tunnel visioned. Why did they tunnel vision? Because of the double damage. Like, Sniper actually had it. He had a DD, and they're thinking, okay, this guy is actually gonna dish out some hurt, but he, like, looking at his net worth, it's not really that high. He's below Tinker. He's got a Pike and a Mjolnir. Even with the DD, he ain't doing that much. At the moment, at least.
So from there, it puts the net worth looking like it's team sorted almost.
Yeah, basically, besides that one imposter, Akashi, following them. He is going for a BKB next. With the BKB, he'll be able to perhaps just go behind enemy lines and go straight on the cores. Right now, it's not really that possible.
Gotta hope so. Gotta hope that it is possible. Katomi. Is this his courier? Yeah, it's got that Scythe recipe ready to pick up the Tiara of Salamene. finish off the Hex. And Drow in on Roche.
That's a fairly quick one. Daedalus on the DK, a lot of damage dealt. They just can't converge here fast enough. They can't contest this. It's a free rush.
So let's see. Let's see if they can finish it off with this Aegis. They did so in the previous game where they were ready to fight with an Aegis and knew that they had a lead like this to do so. How aggressive are they looking to play? And they're already pinging bottom.
As long as they don't go all in on Enchantress in the river and leave their Drow to die twice, I think they'll be much happier with this Aegis. It's also an Aegis in which Drow should complete a butterfly. And then everything just becomes a lot easier for her. There's no MKBs on the enemy side.
You know, this bottom tier 2 tower. And also steal this this Tormentor. Actually, they thought about it. They want to go to the high ground instead. Not going for that Torrent lands. Oh boy, this is a problem. Sand King dead, has buyback, probably going to be forced to use it.
If he doesn't want to lose a side, he probably has to, because this DK plus Tinker combo is just dumb. Like, he's just healing him. The Matrix is there, and then... Oh, Hex on edge.
Far enough away, though. Able to get pushed back with the Hurricane Pike coming out from Akashi, and now they're going to try and fight this. They have the stun for a moment onto the Morphling. DM's going to go in with a Tidal Wave, pulling in 2. They've got the X. Now they'll pull back the Kunkka. It's Akashi who turned into this Kunkka, but a 4-staff back, the Ghost Ship coming in, and Makoto, meanwhile, hitting off from the right side, but isn't doing enough damage. Multi-shot coming through, hook shots there, Cogs around him, but again, able to be pushed out. Burrow Strike coming through, hitting on a 3, the damage on account to Omi. They're going to look over at Watson. He's got his Aegis taken away, and they'll kill off Fishman. Up to the air is Joe Cam with that Torrent. They start to back away. They look over as the BKB's going to be popped by Watson, trying to TP out of this one, and gets away with just the sliver of health. Cloud9, they looked like they could have finished off that game, but end up instead running away, as it's a great initiation after the buyback from WS.
It's that bugged. I can't believe the damage that I'm seeing. 13k by the sniper solo. By the way, so many small little beautiful things that Talon did in that defense. Like, if it makes me like think, how the hell are they even in this position in which they're almost losing, but they're playing the game so beautifully well? Like, the way they held is Ponyo just poking himself out a little bit, you know, just, oh, hit me, don't hit the Raxes. He's buying so much time by just presenting himself there. They go on him. They can't kill him. They bring the DK down low, and they know that the DK has Satanic, right? So they're just baiting it out. The moment he pops Satanic Ponyo again, he dispels it with Enchant. And then the moment Hookshot hits, they have the 4-staff as well for the sniper to save him. They bought just enough time for Sand King to come back alive and stun all of them, which allows for a good fight. That was just a beautiful defense. Good job, Talon.
Yeah, really well done to defend there, and you saw how the Morphling turned into the Kunkka again, using that X as really the main priority there to keep these heroes close into their grasp and kill them off. Now you gotta wonder, even down 10,000 net worth, if that net worth means as much.
It doesn't mean that much when you're pushing high ground into these heroes. I feel like that 10k difference disappears. Like, going high ground against them, just imagine like you have no advantage, basically. But if you get a pick off before you do it, then the advantage is pretty damn huge, and that's what they're gonna try to do. They're smoking up.
See if they can get there. WS picking up a Wisdom Rune. They know the timing. Not gonna quite find him in time. They'll take a stack for their troubles. Not too upset about that. tier 4 tokens, as you've still got a while till Roche. So Cloud9, where do they want to play, and where do they want to try and find Talon around the map?
It's interesting that they're not trying to go for the Tormentor at all. Like, they're not contesting it. They tried once, and then they just decided, never mind, we're gonna push high ground.
Jocam taking a stack of his own. His farm's quite nice. Yule's Blink Dagger going into a Nullifier.
Love to see it. Lashrak Nullifier. Yesterday it was Rubik that almost purchased it as well. But desperate times, you know, you're playing versus Tinker. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta get the best item for the game, and he is trying to do so with that Nullifier. Let's see how they approach this, as they're sitting back. They want Makoto to just continue to farm up. Has the Silver Edge next on the docket. And Morphling almost with Scotty.
Yeah, all these items definitely helping out. And Silver Edge a little bit with that break as well. A little bit of survivability too for the sniper. Some damage. Meanwhile, Morphling, it's not bad, right? Like, you get a ton of stats. It's cool versus Dragonite. It's decent versus Drow as well.
Out to that 40-minute mark, you've got a minute and a half till Roche is potentially available. Nobody really looking to take a fight just yet. They are playing pretty forward on Cloud9, but it's just keeping the map kind of small for Talon.
How far is he? He's actually got it completed, so with that Nullifier, if Cloud9 does not see it and they try to push high ground again, they may get punished. Like, Dragonite can actually fall. He doesn't have a BKB. If that Nullifier connects, he might just be dead there, but yeah. Far away from this moment. Like, he's got level 25, he's got a plus 12 Dragon Blood, HP and region. Armor and region.
It'll definitely depend, right? Because Satanic is not dispellable.
It is. Like, you can dispel it. Like, you can use, I don't know, enchant on it and it, or Yules or something. Am I crazy? I might be just crazy. Maybe you're right.
We'll see when the next fight goes off. Take an inside, in-depth look as when we see it all pop off.
There are some things in Dota, sometimes I question myself, have I been living in the alternate universe? Is Elon Musk correct? When he trolls?
You're the alternate timeline.
I'm like, have I really been living in... Because I can bet it's dispellable, but yeah. Anyways, in this timeline, they are smoking up. Let's see. If Roche is up, like, they could even maybe attempt to do what Cloud9 has done a couple of times. That's just kill it really quickly.
Yeah.
But
we saw this a couple times, with like Solar Flare being the basis for it, but...
Yeah. They might just occupy this high ground and keep it. Roche is going to respawn down on the Radiant side. They know that, so they can wait for it.
Not exactly making the move to go towards Roche just yet. They'll actually throw the tidal wave mid, clean up some creeps, push this mid lane in. And I wonder if it'll force them back. You do see WS starting to retreat a little bit as they are going for the tier 3 tower.
Roche for maybe even a set of Raxes if they continue pushing. Let's see.
That's the question. They glyph.
Dies.
And Roche dead Aegis acquired, and now just the tier 3 loss for that Aegis. Not looking to dive out and fight, but Cloud9 making the conscious decision to not go for that Roche.
They're going.
Burrows strike, nullifier onto no one. Hurricane Pike didn't do much because of that nullifier, and now he's able to get away, so it doesn't quite matter. That is maybe not what Cloud9 wanted. Just the tier 3 for the Aegis doesn't exactly seem like equivalent exchange.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if you could maybe push easier afterwards, then maybe yes, but like you still cannot push. You just gave away Cheese Aegis and Refresher Shard. Like, you're very happy with how that went if you're Talon. Strategically, they outplayed them. It's like Roche dies way too fast, I feel like, at these later stages of the game. There's just way too much damage on heroes.
This high ground's not easy for Cloud9 at all. Sniper now can defend it pretty well.
Yep.
I'm a little scared. We said it, what, 10 minutes ago? Maybe less than that? It felt like the net worth lead wasn't exactly indicative of where this game was at.
Yep, for sure. It was indicative if you had like a fair fight on the low ground, but Talon on paper should never let that happen. They should always be defending, because I do believe that they think their late game is stronger. There was this cool idea of Cloud9 where, okay, we're playing versus Sniper, but it doesn't matter because Dragon Knight has so much armor built in region that we're just gonna put him up front, and then Tinker will heal him, protect him, and he can take the objectives. But once they failed that bottom push that was so beautifully defended by Talon, the game kind of, you know, just moved away into Talon's direction.
They're coming over. Hanyo not afraid to be the one who leads in because he knows he doesn't die that quickly, and they are going to be in the March of the Machines, which might be a tough battle. Tied away back, but Makoto hitting away, going after Fishman. This is a kill that they get so quickly. They're going to buy back on the clockwork, but they are in some trouble with Makoto outputting a lot of damage. They try to get on top of Watson. Watson takes the Aegis out of the hands of the Morphling. They get the counter joke as well as WS. They'll look over at Ponyo with a multi-shot. They've got the right clicks in. Ponyo, Ogre Seal Totem to get some distance as Akashi pops the Manta and tries to leave now, but they hit the Hex.
Sand King is back.
They've got the Epicenter. They have the Burrow Strike. They go into the back line, but still Watson, he's full health. He's starting to get a little bit low as Akashi goes after, trims into the Drow, got the silence, has the Glacier of his own. Well, they'll bring the Tinker back into the fight, who bought back in. X pulls back this Sand King. They'll get a kill onto WS once again. He's going to be dead for 2 minutes.
No detection.
Oh, he's able to Silver Edge and skirt away just barely as they don't have the detection on the side of Cloud9.
Kunkka wasn't close. DM had the gem, but he's the only one with the detection, so... you see fellow heralds in the chat, it happens even at TI, you know? Invisibility equals invincibility.
That's one of my favorite lines. I love it at all moments.
It should have made a voice line. Like that. Actually, remember for next year. Next year.
Write that down.
Oh, the push. You know, I said they're equally matched. That's on high ground when you're defending. Low ground, however, might be a bit of a tougher cookie for Talon, which was demonstrated here. The Sand King with a dieback, like he cannot participate in this defense.
Mid setter axe, bottom setter axe. This is a Drow with no more amplify damage. Nullifier, the silence, the death of Joachim again.
Yeah, this might be it. Can they delay enough for the Sand Kings to come back online? That's the question now. Because without him, without those controls, without his stuns, how are you killing anyone?
Hanyo.
It's going in.
Oh, Akashi! Akashi! Oh, dear.
Rapier on Sniper.
Yeah, Divine Rapier, but you got to start to defend. Makoto gonna try and right-click away. He does have this Divine Rapier, but they are doing some damage. They've got and dive in on this Morphling, who's gonna force Staff out of the cogs, but he's dead again. They find the Dragon Tail. They'll get the control. They'll take out Makoto. GG is called, and Cloud9 will take the 2-0 over Talon.
It's just crazy how that matchup works. Like, he's hitting him with the Rapier.